Welcome to Chris and Jen in the Morning.
Where it's always morning somewhere.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jen, and we are so excited to have you with us today.
Yes, we have entered the year-end holiday season.
The holidays are here. The Christmas carols are on. I am in full holiday spirit.
Same.
Same.
Background.
Got Santa.
Oh, you have a
Santa's here.
t-shirt. Santa's on your t-shirt.
Oh, he's on my t-shirt.
All right. Well, if you are not watching us and just listening, check out the YouTube because I have a fun background and Jen has a fun shirt on.
I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with this time of year. Like, I always love it. It is one of my, what I think of as favorite times of the year. And yet, like, when I really think about it, I am just like maximally stressed out this time of year. There's so much to get done before the year ends.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you said you were going to do, whether at work or at home for the year. And then you have to go, oh my gosh, there's only like 5 working days left and it's only November or something, I think exaggeration, but something crazy like that. And you just like, I feel like life is on fast forward at this time of year. We get so busy. And
Well, I think that's because like we've talked about in a previous episode, like we quickly fill up our schedules. So our life begins to be about dates and times, and we're hyper aware of that.
Like so many Hallmark movies to watch. It's just too much to get in.
They're not going to watch themselves.
Yeah. And then all the traditional movies and, all the Christmas parties that you go to and you stress out about, and then you have a great time when you're there, but you feel awkward. And let us not forget the gift giving.
Oh, yeah, gift giving.
It's like one of my favorite parts of the holiday to give gifts, and it's also one of the most stressful parts of the holiday for me because I feel like I'm a terrible gift giver. If you know me and have received gifts from me and you also agree, please don't validate me here.
This is one of those times where you just let me say something and just let it go by.
Very self-conscious about it because I want to be a really good gift giver. I want to be thoughtful and I want to like give things to people that make them smile and light up and feel seen. And like I put so much pressure on it. And then I feel like I just then get performance anxiety.
Yeah.
And so if anyone else is feeling performance anxiety over gift giving or, any of the other stressful things that can come along with gift giving, we are going to talk about that today. So
we are.
Excited.
So stick around. We're going to talk a little bit about the gift giving process, the kind of what happens in our brains and our, what then causes our bodies to react, all of the fun things around
We've also
gift-giving.
solicited some pros at gift giving to get some tips if you feel stuck. So stick around and we'll talk about that. But first, before we get into gift giving, let's have a moment for gratitude and start off with our gratitude moment. Do you want to kick us off, Chris?
I'd love to. So this is my favorite time of the year. Anytime anyone asks me about when they should come to New York City, I always encourage them to come around the holiday time because they really go all out with decorations and all of the things. So that's what I'm grateful for. As I've been going back and forth into the office this past week, all of the decorations are starting to pop up. You're seeing the Christmas trees. The Christmas tree has arrived in Rockefeller Center. They are working on getting that stood up and lit up. So it's been just fun to kind of see the holiday energy come to life in the city, and it's electric. It just kind of changes the vibe altogether, and I'm just grateful to live in a place that it's still like you still get that holiday spirit.
Yeah, New York in December is like just incredible. You get a little bit of the wintry weather, which is nice, unless you have to go walking through it. But if you just go strolling through it, it's really nice. You get the Christmas markets, the one in Bryant Park. I love that. One of my favorite things to do. So I don't know, maybe I'll give myself a Christmas gift this year and come for a quick visit.
I would be so excited if I woke up on Christmas Day and you were under my Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh, I would so do that, except I thought about that actually over the weekend. Like, oh, maybe I could give Chris me as a Christmas gift. And then I was like, I already gave myself to him as a birthday gift. So am I allowed to do that twice in the
Is
same
that
year?
considered regifting?
I'm like, is that gift gonna get worn out? I don't know. But I might just come anyway. Like for me, it's my gift. To get
Well,
to
if
spend time with
you,
you.
Ace, and Alex all come, then it's a brand new
I
gift.
know, like, wouldn't that be amazing? I maybe
Yes.
maybe we'll have to take a little trip. Um, because as I say, why choose? I mean, we are planning a trip to Scotland, but which I'm super excited about. Um, but in before we get to that, maybe a little bit of New York City in the winter.
A
Um,
little bit of holiday cheer.
Topped with the more important portion of the gift, which is a little Chris and Frank time. And Ollie, of course. I want to bring the girls though. Lola and Chloe, the dogs.
That would be a very interesting trip with them.
I'm not sure Lola could actually handle it with her big heart, but
Oh.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll get to planning. Well, on to my gratitude moment. Which I didn't realize as I was thinking about this. This actually sort of coincides with gift giving as well. I, as a true adult, am a collector of good boxes. Like your
What?
husband would understand. I mean, I had somebody that worked for me once that was like, and then I was like, this is a really good box. And I was like, I knew I liked you.
That's how you decide if you can really get
No, I
along
mean,
with
like, I may
someone.
like you if you don't appreciate boxes. I mean, obviously, there's you and me, and you're not an appreciator of good boxes, but it's probably good for the balance of life that we all aren't that way. But that like magnet school background, environmental science magnet school background of like reduce, recycle, reuse is really like comes out and is I don't want
Yeah.
to put the box in the landfill. Like I can reuse that, and then also, um, like you need to send people stuff in a box. Right? Like, not all boxes are great for mailing. Some of them get very expensive or they're not very reliable. So I've been selling some stuff on eBay, and you need good boxes for that. And I have a friend who loves to just get rid of stuff. And I love that about her. I sort of envy it, but also I just can't do it. It hurts me. And so I so appreciate having her in my life for so many reasons, well beyond her ability to get rid of stuff and her box collecting for me. But one of the things that she has started doing is looking around places that she is for a good box. And she's been collecting boxes for me, which I think might be driving her nuts that then they are in her space for a few days. And so she brought some by this morning, and I just am so appreciative to have people who may not share my passion, but understand and accept it and contribute to it. Not that I'm passionate about boxes, but like, come on, a good box.
Yeah, but when you're selling stuff like it, you do need that to be
Or
able
the
to
gift giving
ship.
time of year when you need to ship
Correct.
stuff and you need a good box. Like, yes, you go buy a box, but like, then that's money spent on a box. Plus, it's just putting more out there in the landfill, costs energy to recycle things too. So reusing is a really good way to keep the earth around for a little bit longer.
I have learned that before I take any box down to recycling here in our building, I ask Frank, do you want me to keep this box? And until he says it is good to exit, it stays in the apartment.
Yes. Now, your apartment does have space limitations that are slightly different than my Texas homestead. However, I'm pretty sure if we were to get rid of all of the stuff like that I have, then I'd have a lot more space. Did you open up the storage closet in my home, which is a room, by the way, that we built specifically to store stuff in? It's just filled with empty boxes, shoved inside other empty boxes. But said friend did come over and was like, do you have any boxes that are like gift size that I could wrap for this party that I'm like making decorations for?
Ah,
And I was like, do I have any boxes?
and then you feel validated in your box
And then I
collection.
said, but I want this back when you're done.
I kept them for a reason. All right. Well,
So
to
I'm
each their
super
own.
grateful to have people like her in my life, and her specifically in my life, looking out for something that I value through, my eyes. That's a really special gift
Yeah.
that I appreciate. And you might be receiving a gift in a box that was procured by my friend. So
All right.
who knows?
It's a little something extra special.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll fit in one of those boxes though. So.
Look, if a life-size box is showing up on my doorstep,
Some
I have
holes
a
poked
lot of
in it.
questions.
I think at that point a plane ticket might be cheaper.
Yes, I would
I've
agree.
seen the cost of shipping. Also, I don't think you're supposed to ship yourself in a box.
I don't believe. I think one of the questions that it actually asks as you're getting
Oh,
your label, it has something to do with making sure it's not something that could be harmful or be harmed,
are you saying I could be harmful?
or you could be harmed,
I mean, armed with a fork, I am pretty.
not harmed. All right. Well, we digress. So
We
you
digress. Let's talk about gift giving.
Yeah, let's talk about gift giving because according to the National Retail Federation, you may know them as the NRF.
Oh, well,
You
I thought that
never
was a
know.
National Rifle Federation.
I don't think that that's a real thing, but the
The National
2024
Retail Federation.
Yes, NRF is a National
Oh,
Retail
NRA,
Federation.
NRA, NRF. Don't get them confused. They're very different.
Very different.
Very different things, guys.
But the National Retail Federation said that in 2024, the Christmas holiday retail spending in the United States reached a record of $994.1 billion.
I don't even know. I don't even know how much money that is, but it's almost $1 trillion.
Yeah, I can't even fathom that amount of money. But that's approximately 4% more than what was spent in 2023. So this just tells us that the spending during the holiday season does see an increase, and a lot of that goes to the gift giving experience.
Yes. And I don't know. How do you feel about giving gifts? I mean, I feel so many ways. I love it. And also, I'm super stressed about it
Yeah.
all the time. Like, giving gifts is so stressful to me. But I love it. I mean, it's something I absolutely love to do. I love to give a gift to somebody and see their face light up and but then I'm stressed that I'm going to give them a gift and they're going to be like, oh, I have to pretend like I like this, but I don't really like it.
Well, I think that's where for me, I like to get things for people that remind me of them, or that there's an inside joke between us, something that I know, because for that exact reason, for me, I think as I've gotten older, kind of my perspective of gift giving has changed, where it's more about care and not so much about the performance of giving a gift, which does get a little bit difficult, whenever you're going to you're invited to a holiday party and there's an
As
expectation.
a true competitor in life, I am
You?
always concerned about performance. But really, just because I want you to still appreciate me as much as you do when the gift is a theory and not a reality. Also, I know people like you have a limited amount of space, and I once gave a gift to somebody and their response was like, oh my gosh, this looks like something that you would really love. And I just thought, well, I do really love it. That's why I gave it to you, because I think it's amazing. But I've felt really self-conscious ever since then of well, just because I think it's amazing doesn't mean you're going to, but also why would I give you something that I thought was not amazing?
Right.
Yeah.
I do think that there's also, you have to take into consideration what the context to the gift giving is.
Yes.
It's different from holidays, birthdays, first time meetings, things you're invited to a party and you're gifting the host something. I think it all kind of changes the dynamic a little
It
bit.
does. And one, how stressful it is. Like the more I care about you, the more I care about giving you the gift that's going to make you light up. But also, I am the person that is like paying attention to what is obvious and right in front of me.
Mhm.
Whereas my husband is really good at that, like observing all of the things around. And so he's very good at identifying like what people want or like.
Yeah.
And I am maybe less good at paying attention to that unless somebody is very directly telling me. So like I appreciate when somebody says my birthday is coming up and keeps reminding me because time is a mystery to me. I also appreciate it when they like start dropping hints about what it is that they want because then I know what to get them.
Yeah.
Um, you're not really a hint dropper.
No.
No. But I know that stuff is like stressful for you sometimes. So I try to think of something that is like going to be super useful for you that's not just going to be an item that takes up space. But I also know that you, like me, sometimes appreciate a really good knickknack. So,
Yeah, I think the important thing about a gift is um that it means something. Like I don't want to feel like I was just like checked a box like as and like that is no dig to anyone who
mm-hmm.
just feels like, oh, I have my list of people I have to buy a gift for. If you think about like in the beginning of The Grinch with Jim Carrey, like it starts with like the
I love the
family.
Grinch, but I
I do
hate the Jim
too.
Carrey Grinch.
What?
My least favorite thing. Hate it. But I love the Grinch. I love the original Grinch. I love the newer cartoon Grinch. Hate the Jim Carrey Grinch. Hate it.
I think this
Hate
episode
it.
must end now. Like I don't.
It
I'm
can't end because, friends, I am looking for the
shook.
gift to give to Chris. Apparently, it's the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Well, the thing about that one at the beginning is like the family is going around and like buying gifts for everyone. Oh, we have to get something for the mailman. Oh, we have to get something for the like whatever. Like they're just like going through the list. And I think once upon a time I was that way, and now as I have gotten older, I'm not so much that way. I don't feel the pressure in that way to get a little something for everybody in my life. Um, but I do think that um, it's a good representation of how sometimes we get more focused on getting something for everyone
Yeah.
versus like spending
Being
time
thoughtful.
with people. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the thoughtfulness around it. And so we always love a little bit of, neuroscience and understanding like how our brain operates.
We do. What's the science behind gift giving?
Well, it's around this idea of our brain really likes the prediction of how people are going to react. And so whenever we have that anticipation of actual moment, the person opening it, seeing it, like that gets us excited. Is it like even just in the preparation of it, not just in the actual
Yeah.
time of it?
Which I think is why we get anxious, too, and why somebody's reaction can be so like important to us because we've been anticipating them like really enjoying it, and then
Yeah.
if they don't, we've put all this pressure on them. That's also not really a gift. It's kind of a burden, right? Like I
Yeah.
really hope you like it because I've been anticipating it. It's also kind of the reason that we enjoy planning a vacation or thinking about a
Correct.
vacation. Planning, if you're not a planner, may mean like just thinking about it coming versus when it actually gets there. There's
Right.
some joy in waiting for it to come because you're predicting how you're going to feel, what you're going to see, what you're going to do, what you're going to experience, and that gives you a lot of like good dopamine rush.
Right. The excitement of what could be.
Yeah, they
Um,
actually say, like therapists have say, that you need to have, if you are struggling with depression, having something to look forward to is a really important thing to have in your life because it helps to provide some of that, like, grounding of, things that are to come. So it
yeah.
keeps you future focused, but also I think a little bit of that, like, dopamine hit that you get from anticipating something
Yeah.
that's to come.
For sure. And I think that's why potentially this idea around getting people things buying those
Yeah.
gifts. Like there is an exciting you're getting a hit of dopamine off of it. And
Yeah.
so you do have a little bit of excitement. But then there's also this other part that can kind of creep in. This social anxiety, perfectionism. I want it to
What?
be
I
the
don't know
perfect
anything
gift.
about that
I
at
know you
all.
probably really
At all.
struggle with this one.
Really, um, really obscure concept.
But we sometimes end up like putting our self-worth,
Yeah.
like attaching our self-worth or our value of our friendships, relationships into this idea of
Or
getting the
just
perfect gift.
how people are going to feel about you. I remember we used to do at work this Secret Santa thing where
Mm,
you would, draw names out of a hat and you'd
yeah.
get a Secret Santa. And I would like really stress out because there were people that I would get that I didn't really know that well. But I also didn't want to be the person that got the crappy gifts
Yeah.
to give, right? Like, so I wanted to like be the best Secret Santa that there was no surprise. I'm competing for the gold medal in Secret Santaing, not because I think I can get the gold medal, but because losing would just be devastating, right? And no one, but some other people were probably competing too. There are lots of us out there in the world, but
So this social anxiety and perfectionism piece really speaks to you.
it's real. It's real. I also think like I can say that I relate to in years past, like giving you gifts and being really stressed about it because I want to make sure that what I'm giving you is something that you will actually like, but I'm not actually sure if you like it or not. And
I
and
just
so
have to say, one of the times that you got me something and it showed up, it didn't have like any, like who it was from or anything, and it had the green tea tablets in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that wasn't for you. The green tea tablets was not for you. So, no,
It was like a
guys,
holiday caper.
if you send people things on Amazon and then you don't pay attention, sometimes your Amazon address to the last person just sticks. So if you are using somebody else's Amazon account that you're married to and you send something and then they send something to themselves, it might still be stuck on the address that you sent it last to. I was not
It's still one of
giving you
my
green tea
favorites, though.
pills. But did you guys take them? You did,
Of
right?
course we did.
Yeah.
We read up about why you should take green tea pills, and we're like, all right, yeah, let's add them to our rotation.
I think one time, one of the gifts that we got you was a weighted blanket, and you were like, this is too heavy, I hate it. And I was like, I failed. Like, I didn't do my job as a good friend of like giving Chris something that he was gonna like love and be like, this is so amazing. But you still like me.
And yet we still started a podcast together. The weighted blanket did not weigh us down.
It didn't weigh us down. But then I think you might still have it because I feel like I've seen it around. I don't know if you still have it or not. Maybe
we do not. The weighted blanket was because you can't really. So here's the deal. I tried using the weighted blanket on the couch. That did not work. So then I'm like, oh, you know where it should be, like in bed, like whenever I'm sleeping in bed, that would be much better. But Frank and I do not, like, we have our own set of blankets because like either I steal them or he steals them. So so I'm using this, like, I think it was a queen size weighted blanket, and just on my side of the bed all night it kept falling off. And so I kept like waking up having to like getting a workout trying to pull this thing back on the bed.
I mean, I think I was like, oh my gosh, there's limited space in that apartment. And we filled it with something large and heavy, and he doesn't like it. And this is horrible. And so then the next year, I think it was, I was like, I really have to do a good job. And I think that was the year that in part I got you the sleeves for the cold cups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still use that to this day.
Whether you use it only when I come visit or whether you use it all the time, I don't know.
I use that thing year round because I am a cold coffee drinker. It depends on whenever I get to the destination for my beverage. If I am too hot, then I'm getting a cold beverage. So I still sometimes pull it out, put my coffee in it, and I would say at least once a month, someone compliments me on it and asks where I got it. I'm like, oh, it was a gift.
That's what I aim for. Winning the gift giving. winning it. I once got you a bag because you love a good bag.
Yeah.
A tote bag. But also, guys, Chris is like really particular about his tote bag, and the strap needs to be muy longue. I'm pretty sure I said I would buy you a strap to go on it, and I never have done that. So
Well, we've kept the bag because it's a very nice bag.
it's a
Like it
very
is a
nice
very
bag.
nice bag.
I'm later today. I'm gonna go get you the strap.
It's one of those progressive gifts. It just keeps getting new accessories to it.
It's been waiting. It's been waiting for you. But
But
the
I
strap
think
was too small, and so it was like, well, this is not really functional.
right. And so I think the point that we're trying to make in all of
The
this is
point
that
I'm trying to make is, guys, if you know what Chris wants, you need to send me a message.
let me know.
Let me know. Hit me up and let me know what Chris wants for Christmas. No, but you're right. I'm distracting us from the point here, which is you can get a lot of anxiety about getting the perfect gift. And it can be for a lot of reasons. It can be because you want to be seen as really great, but I think more often it is because you're giving the gift. I think more often it is about wanting to please the other person
Yeah.
and being stressed that you're not going to do that. And sometimes for me, even though I don't like this about myself and my brain and how the journey we sometimes go on, I think for me sometimes it's like I want them to still like me and I'm afraid that they're going to think that I'm not paying attention enough, so I'm not a
Yeah.
good enough friend, or that I'm selfish because I don't give them a gift that they really like. And I don't want to not I'm not afraid because they're going to think I'm selfish. I'm afraid because I don't want them to feel like they have a selfish friend.
Right.
So I don't know if you can relate to that or
Well,
not, but
it's putting that additional stress on it, right?
yeah,
Like it's saying that our relationship is based on like us knowing one another to be able to give each other's gifts, like a test. And so I think it's like taking that mindset and reframing it that a gift is a thoughtful gesture.
it
And
is.
I think like as you were just going through all those like Christmas gifts you've got me, I'm like, have we ever gotten Ace and Jen something for Christmas? Like I can't think
Yeah,
about it, but I feel
you
like I
yes.
bring like little things and I like in little ways like show people that I like see them, hear them, appreciate them.
You have
Um
gotten us some great gifts.
okay.
Once you got us this like whiskey glass set, and that was really thoughtful. Yeah. Sometimes I am just like I hate giving gift cards and money as a gift because I think it's just so impersonal, but sometimes I'm like, I just want to give you theater tickets. So here you go.
We will always accept theater tickets, cash. We are always open for that. We will share our
They've
Venmo.
done
No,
that.
I'm just kidding.
You absolutely have given me the gift of taking me to shows for my birthday and such, which I mean, you took me to 6 for my birthday, and
Such a good show.
amazing. I think you took me to one other show for my birthday too. I think you've done that a couple of times. Um,
But like
I
that's the thoughtful
I still have
gesture,
the
right?
unicorn card. I thought it was right in front of me, but I still have the unicorn card that you gave me. I
Yeah.
I like always forget about cards, and you are so thoughtful with cards. You give these great, like memorable cards. That with this, got me this one with this pop-up unicorn.
Yep. I
It's so
found this
fun.
pop-up card vendor who I absolutely love. They have a store in Grand Central, so and they're constantly running deals. So I'm like always popping in there and getting some pop-up
Lordy
cards.
dear. Yeah, I mean, it sat on my desk every day at work for forever because every time I looked at it, I was like, oh, there's a little bit of joy right there.
But like that's the thoughtful gesture, right? Like when you
Hmm.
see it, you know that like it is something that both you connect with, something that may be like yeah, it's just a card, but it's like that thoughtful gesture of the reaching out, the having a connection. And so I think like that's why there's like this myth of a perfect gift because
Yeah.
like if for everyone it would be different. Like there is no one perfect gift.
Well, I think it's easy for us to sometimes take other people's feelings and make those feelings about us instead of letting
Mm,
those feelings be about them.
yeah.
And so we've recently read this book about boundaries, which we're going to have to do an episode on at some point. And however we felt about the book, spoiler alert, Chris and I may feel differently about the book.
A
we
little
both
differently.
we both have taken some things away from it, and one of the things I think the author talks about in this boundaries book is that like taking on of other people's reaction or response or feeling.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I was thinking about as we were talking about this topic was really about the gift. My intention needs to be a thoughtful gesture that's going to bring someone a smile, give them something that they're going to enjoy, and
Right.
how they receive it. Like if they don't receive it that way, it doesn't mean that I've failed, that I'm a terrible person, that I'm not an attentive friend. Like I let it say all these things about me as a friend and inform me of who I am as a friend. And I'm ready for the ammo of you're not a good friend, because that must be like something that I'm, deeply afraid of. And really, that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. Like that's not a good gift to give, is this pressure of how to respond. And
Yeah.
so if you give someone a gift like the weighted blanket that I gave you that doesn't hit the mark, it's a thoughtful gesture of something that I really enjoy, but it didn't land, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you now think I'm not a thoughtful person. It
Not at
also
all.
doesn't mean that you have to keep something in your limited space that you don't like just because I gave it to you. And so I think that guilt can sit on both sides.
It
And
absolutely can.
we just got to let go of that,
Well,
because gift
and
giving is not supposed to be about any of that.
right, it's not supposed to be about the perfectionism of it. It's not supposed to like
It's
put
not a friendship
value on your
test.
friendship. Right, exactly. It's this
It's not.
idea of, and we do that, right? Like as a society, that is what we have started to do. It's the um I think we've gotten the equation backwards. Extravagance over thoughtfulness. I would argue that really the focus should be thoughtfulness over extravagance
Well,
because
and like,
it's more
let's be
meaningful.
honest. Sometimes we can use giving a gift as a stand in for showing up or for knowing somebody more personally or because it's socially expected or acceptable. I mean, think about all those work gifts. Um, like in like work cultures, office cultures where bosses always give their people gifts, and it's like it is nice and thoughtful, but also like it's usually not personal. And it's like an obligation. It becomes an obligation. So gift giving really shouldn't be an obligation,
It shouldn't.
especially not to the people that you actually, you know, are looking to delight and make smile.
Exactly.
So if you feel like it's a chore or an obligation, that might be a sign that you need to start asking yourself some questions to reframe your thinking. And like, are you feeling obligated because you feel like your relationship with this person is somehow intertwined with how they receive the gift
Yeah.
that you give? Yeah. Um, I love some of the examples of ways that you can give thoughtful gifts. So when we checked in with our experts, some of the advice they gave was like a playlist of songs that somebody really enjoys.
Yeah, like do you
Which,
have a friend who's constantly quoting songs and lyrics and, could that be a fun thing to give them?
oh, could maybe that's what you want? I don't know. I would be really intimidated to give you a playlist. I more was thinking that would be a perfect gift for you to give me because you are always coming up with the playlist. Like play to your strengths. I'm always going, oh, I wish Chris would just make me a morning mix playlist. Um, because
It's really just a vibe.
his music brings me joy. A book that reminds you of a conversation you had with somebody, except like if you give me a like self learning, self help book, I'm going to be like, oh my God, they think I'm terrible at this. So that you might think a little bit more about what that gift implies. Um, a candle that smells like something nostalgic. Alex, our kiddo, once gave a gift of it was like an Ohio themed candle, and that was just really thoughtful. Like we used to live in Ohio, and this memory of where we used to live, and so that was really really thoughtful. A silly gag gift that references an inside joke. Um,
So I actually, oh, what do you got? Oh, yeah. What are you holding up there, Jen?
I am holding up this sign that I received from my good friend Chris as a congratulations gift. I still have the gift message in the back, which says, Jen, Groundhog's Day will never be the same again. I'm so freaking proud of us. XOXO from Chris. And it's a sign that has a groundhog on it. Sorry, a groundhog. And it says, just a girl who loves groundhogs. And this is like, we recorded our first episode and launched it, and it was about groundhogs for Groundhog Day. And
And
I
that
keep,
one's a journey. So if you haven't listened to that
oh
one,
my gosh, it is a journey, but lots of exciting things in there. But like, if you've been with us from the beginning, you know what we mean. It's a journey. I think we're getting better. I think we've grown a lot.
yeah,
But I also think we were just enough as we were then.
yeah.
But this sits on my desk as a reminder of you being willing to embark on the journey with me. And it just brings me so much. It sits on my desk because it brings me so much joy.
Yeah. I had one of the gifts that my dad gave me years ago. It was like I was old enough to be driving. I'm pretty sure I had graduated high school at this point, but I used to have this dream of driving a Dodge Challenger, like or Dodge Charger, sorry. Um and so I don't know if you remember several years ago, like it's got to be 10, 20 years ago at this point, that I think it was Lexus had a commercial for the holidays where like the woman opens a gift and it's like a tissue, and then she opens another gift and it's like a small brown bag, and then it cuts to saying to go look outside, and she's
Oh,
using like the bag to blow into because she's hyperventilating, she's using the tissue to wipe her tears because her dream car had gotten there. So my dad did something very similar to me one year where he put a tissue in a box, and then he put a brown paper bag in a box, and
oh
then
my
told
God,
me
you thought you
to
were
go
getting a car.
outside. I no, I did not think I was getting a car. I was not sure what I was going to be getting, but so I step outside, I open the door, and it's like this little car that like you can hit the buttons and it'll go and light up and things like that. I kept that car. I like I said, I was probably in my late teens, early 20s. I kept that car for many, many years. Just for
Oh,
the sentimental value of like it was funny, we were all laughing. It was such a fun like gag gift that I don't know, like I still think back on it and I really enjoy it. It was also a
that's
gift
kind
that
of an experience gift.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Because the experience of like reliving that commercial and
Yeah.
yeah, that's really fun.
Well, and growing up, like we with our cousins would like sometimes do scavenger hunts for different gifts. And so you would get different cards which took you through the house and you had to go like find the gift. So it was
Yeah.
we had fun.
So I do think if you spend too much time in the anxiety, like cycle of gift giving, that it can rob you from all of the amazing like feelings that you get when you
Yeah.
give somebody a gift. And so let's talk about like why gift giving can be fun.
Um, yes. So I think whenever we are finally able to break through that stress cycle and truly embrace the gift giving as a fun activity, it actually activates the parts of our brains that are wired for the reward systems. So we
Yeah.
start to get those hits of dopamine and the oxytocin, and that like fun excitement starts to like course through us, and it really can be an exciting experience to do that. And I think back to one of the gifts that I gave my cousin, who like a few years older than me, but he wanted a drum set. Like we used to exchange, like do a exchange. And on his list of what he wanted was a drum set. I'm like, how am I going to afford a drum set? I walk in to like a Walgreens or something, and they have one of those baby drum sets. I bought that. So
Did
it
he
was
want a
like,
baby drum set? I don't know, but
absolutely not. That's not what they were looking for. But but whenever I got out of like that space of like stressing about like, oh my gosh, how am I going to deliver on this? And then kind of moved into this bit, like my cousin really enjoyed like that funny gift. So I
yeah.
wrapped it in a fun way. And so it became a fun experience for both of us, but
Yeah,
I
like I
had
go,
to
hey,
move past the stress.
I can't get you a drum set because that's like not within my means. But I
Correct.
hear you and I see you. And I'm going to help you live your dream in the way that I can right
Exactly.
now. I do think that's great because it's about helping somebody feel seen and heard. You get to experience some of that fun and joy. It's a shared moment that you have with them.
Yeah.
Um, I think sometimes, so what my husband is a super good gift giver, and he's always paying attention to like what people are looking at, thinking about, how they go about their daily life and things that could make their life easier.
Hmm.
And so some of the hacks we have or clues if you're feeling stuck about gift giving, here's some ideas that can help inspire you. So there's this three clues method. So you think about something they use, something they enjoy, and something that reminds you of a specific moment with them. So some examples you've already shared, something they use. So the little coffee sleeve that I gave to Chris
Yep.
is like a I always saw him trying to put, the Starbucks sleeves on the giant cold Starbucks
Yep.
cups that don't really fit. And so I did think for a while, like, is this going to be a burden of having to have something that you have to take back with you? And then I was like, nah, Chris has got that big old bag he carries with him everywhere. So just put it in the bag.
That's
This
right.
will keep the sweat from getting all over everything. Um, so something they use, something they enjoy. Um, and I think, Chris, you've shared some examples of giving things that people enjoy.
Yeah, I think anything that you like if you know the person really enjoys stationery. My sister-in-law like loves good pens and paper and pads, and so it's like practical use, but like it's something that they will enjoy, and it's something that, is it's meeting them on their level. It's something that they appreciate, that they can find an everyday use in and really enjoy it.
Yeah. And then something that reminds you of a specific moment with them. So, the car that your dad got you and the way that he got it for you with
Yeah.
that like commercial moment, or, those can be really good ways to give gifts. Um, there's also the question method. So, what would make their everyday life just 5% easier or 5% happier? Um, so I know like my husband, for instance, has gifted people with I think you guys actually, with those Anchor batteries to charge
Yes.
your phone, like a practical side of things. Um, Small mindset shift can help make it much more manageable when you're thinking about what can I give that actually can make their life easier. I'm often thinking like, what's a thing that they would never even think about wanting that
Right.
they're gonna absolutely love? And for someone who just loves, you know, novel things, like that's fun for me. But for, I am surrounded by good friends who are just like minimalists. So if you don't hit the mark, that's tough. So thinking more about like the practical side of things, I think is really good.
But I do think like going back to that sleeve, like that was something that like maybe you even could have thought about was like that, it's not the 100%, it's more of that 5%,
Yeah.
but it
I
has
was like,
turned into 100% because
we're not going to be another weighted blanket. That's what I know.
but now like I take that I carry it with me every time I go into the office. Like it is in my bag. And so now it's
Yeah.
like it has changed my life. I didn't even know I needed it until I got it.
I'm going to count that as a win and just take the pressure off this year. um, the experience gift. So, good for people who don't, who are minimalists, who don't need stuff. So, not it doesn't have to be like Broadway theater tickets. That can get, kind of crazy expensive, but like a walk and a coffee date card, a homemade dinner. Oh my gosh. If you want to make me homemade dinner and also respect all the things that I don't eat, like, that's a
That one
gift.
comes like with a lot of asterisks for
That is a
Jen.
gift in and of itself.
No, this one is so true
A
though.
pottery
Like,
class, like, oh, I mean, who wrote this? I would love a pottery class.
I do think like this is one of those that you get into, like, if it is someone who you are close with and that you have the like easy access to that person on, a
Mhm.
daily, weekly basis, like this could be one of those fun activities, like fun ways to set something up for the future. So like
Yeah.
one year Frank
It's the gift of time. Like, I
right.
want to spend time with you.
Exactly. And that's like one year Frank did that for us. Like he bought
Mhm.
us like this whole holiday season experience where we went to different shows, we went to different dinners, and like he had planned it all. So he was just telling me what time I needed to be someplace, where to go. That was also the first time I ever got to see Jonathan Groff in a show, and let me tell you, I was in a happy place.
Amazing. Amazing. I so agree. And I think it doesn't always have to be the gift of time with you if you're not close by. It can be a movie night at home kit, it can be a museum membership, it could
Yep.
be a massage, it could be, you know, it could be something smaller or simpler, but thinking about like what does this person do or enjoy or talk about wanting to do. Sometimes it's just about logistics. Like, I
Yeah.
have been thinking about going to the Arboretum uh, for forever. And yet the last time I went to the Arboretum was when I was on vacation. And we have two here, very, like, we have more than two, but we have two very big ones here, the Fort Worth Arboretum and the Dallas Arboretum. And it's been months and I've not, I have stuff that I do, but I haven't been working a traditional job. And so I've had plenty of time. Time's not the issue. It's logistics is the
Yeah.
issue. Like, I have not made the effort to plan myself going there. So sometimes it's about giving, if you know the person and they're not like good at the logistics, they're more the tell me where and when and I'll show up person. That would be a great gift to give.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, if somebody gave me a gift of logistics of getting to the Arboretum, I would be just so happy to not have to plan it and I would have the best time. Uh, Also, you would just have to know that, like, I'm going to spend all of my time taking all of the pictures of all of the flowers.
It's really going to be like a adventure Jen moment. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to love it.
yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of great pictures that come out of it. But thinking about those kinds of things, I think, are really thoughtful ways to give a gift to somebody without, you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to, like, buy the most unique gift. You don't
Right.
have to think about that one thing that somebody wants that they, didn't even know they wanted. You just you can make it a little simpler and think about, like, what is it that they talk about doing that they just don't do, or where do they go every day that feels like a guilty pleasure for them.
Yeah.
So I have some friends that still love to go to that major coffee chain, and they love to go there, but it's also kind of a guilty pleasure because you pay like $25 for a cup of coffee, and so not that much, but it feels like it. And so sometimes it's just a gift card, even though I feel like gift cards, personally, I feel like gift cards, when I give them to somebody, can be a really impersonal gift. I think when you put it with a little note or a message and you tell them like why you got it for them, it can be a really personal gift.
Well, but like you just said in that, like you're put that pressure is on you. Personally, I
Yeah.
believe that giving a gift card, like, okay, but this isn't like you are buying this for someone else.
Well,
And so,
probably I believe that buying somebody a gift card feels impersonal because it also is the thing that I do when I don't know what to get them. And I just give up and I'm like, here's $50, here's whatever.
no, but
And
I
that,
do think like whenever you see people though, and you see the things that they enjoy and where they go and spend their time and money and like things like that, then
yeah.
I do think like that can be like giving someone an experience. Like, hey, I'm gonna pick up your coffee for a week. Like, I would be fine with that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's amazing. And there are things like a photo book, a framed inside joke. Oh my gosh, no one's ever, no, that's not true. Somebody has given me a framed inside joke, and I still keep them to this day. In fact, I believe they're behind me. Pictures of me and my boo, Robert Downey Jr. One of the best Secret Santa work gifts I ever got, Katie. You're amazing. And my husband is still jealous that I have pictures of me and Robert Downey Jr. looking adoringly at me, by the way. You can't see it in my office, but I don't have pictures of my husband and me in my office. I'm like, well, have you given me a gift of you and me in a photo together? Like they're in the on the wall in the living room, but like, have you given me that gift? I don't think so.
Now we need some life-size portraits in the room.
I don't. I don't know if we need life. I don't know that we
This
need
is
life.
going back to the like, what does the person want, not the. You
I
don't
don't know
want a
that we need
life-size portrait of
life-size
yourself.
portrait. I don't. I don't.
All right,
Want a
well, we've
life-size
cleared that
portrait
up.
of me.
We've cleared that
I
up.
don't. I don't. Please don't give me that.
But I do think like that, like there are times whenever the gift does go wrong, as we've discussed, and that could be, a wrong size of something that you got someone, maybe a duplicate. Like that happened a lot in my family when you did not coordinate, someone ended up with like 3 or 4 of
I
something.
got 2 juicers one year.
See, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And
one
maybe
juicer is enough for anyone. No one needs 2 juicers.
You
But I
talked
did appreciate that 2 people that I love got me juicers. They love me enough to buy me these expensive juicers.
Had you been talking about needing a juicer?
I guess so. I guess I wanted to get, it was like way a long time ago, back when juicers were like a new thing and that was all the craze,
I had a juicer gifted to me once, and it was because I had volunteered to do like a work. It was during the pandemic where everyone had to stay home, and so I volunteered to do like a cocktail hour, and I made like a cocktail, but I didn't have an actual juicer, and so the like couple days later, someone had sent me a juicer. I was like, oh wow! Like it wasn't for any like
No,
holiday or birthday. It was just
I
a
mean
gift.
like the mechanical plug it into the wall machine juicers. Like somebody sent you that. They were like several $100s back in the day.
Not like one of those huge ones, but like
Yeah.
the one where like you press down and it.
No, like and I not a citrus juicer, like a juicer. So I juiced like apples and carrots
Oh, yeah,
for
this was not that.
maybe a month, maybe, and then I was like cleaning this is just a lot. And also
Do you still have both?
I think I gave one to a sister or something. And I have one. And I don't know if I still have it. I don't know if that was like one of the things that I no longer have because it was at the top of the storage closet when the fire happened, or if I do have it, but regardless of whether I have it or not, I can tell you I shouldn't because I'm not using it and I'm never going to use it.
All right. So take the juicer off the list. Got it.
I don't really like carrot juice, if I'm being really honest. Also, I think the trend has changed in like, drinking vegetables and fruit is actually like not advisable, even if you juice them whole, because it like reduces the amount of fiber content and it's just not as good for you. I don't know.
I have no opinion
I did
here.
one year. One year. It was actually over Christmas holiday. Because I used I can't even believe that I haven't been working since the end of March because I used to be such an intense person. I would never even take all of my vacation. And so one year I thought, well, I can't go on this Dr. Oz juice cleanse thing while I'm working because I wouldn't be any good at work. And so I have to do that when I'm on vacation because I can't not be good at work. So what do? It was in 2016. I take, a couple weeks off at the holiday or 10 days or whatever. And it's like right before Christmas and I have to go get all my Christmas shopping done. And I decide I'm going to do this Dr. Oz juice cleanse. 2016.
I see where this is headed.
All you do is just juice. right? You make it yourself and you make your own juice. And I think like I don't even think I made it a day. I can tell you that avocado and pear juice is just like I love avocados. I love pears. Avocado pear ginger, I think was the juice. I don't ever want to have that again. But I felt sick. I think like I don't know. I actually think it made my blood sugar spike. Like I felt dizzy and shaky and I was like I shouldn't be driving and here we are trying to get out these gifts and it didn't work. Um it didn't work out. I don't know why I started that story, but it was Christmas related and juicer related.
Well, a duplicate of a gift. That's
Yeah.
where this journey began. So, but that does happen.
We
That
got
does
there.
like
It does
duplicate
happen.
gifts happen.
Does happen.
The one that you actually talked about a little bit earlier, like does the gift imply something that maybe you didn't mean for it to? Like,
Oh, if you give somebody a juicer and they didn't want it, that probably implies something that you don't want to imply. Like, ooh, you could really go on a juice cleanse.
I don't know if that's what it implies, but
Your skin's looking a
okay.
little dull. I don't know.
See,
You do
this
want to be thoughtful about not. Now, sometimes people can make something imply something that it doesn't. So I don't think you need to overown their reaction there, as our boundaries book would share. But I do think I would be the person that would so give a gift to somebody that implied something that I didn't understand
I could
and then
definitely
just
see
be
that.
mortified. Have I done that in a way that you know before? I don't think so.
I mean, I don't like not that I
I
can think
probably
of,
have.
but I just
It's
as
probably been in a work setting too. It's dramatically
why
embarrassing.
wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it?
But I think when it comes to these types of scenarios, it's important to remember that we're all human, that mistakes happen, and don't allow that to take away from the experience.
Yeah.
Remember that the love and appreciation that moved you into like seeking that gift and purchasing it, like that's the real thing. Like that is the connection that you're really sharing with the person. So give yourself some grace. Like accidents happen. We don't, maybe you ordered something and it got delayed. That's happened before. So
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to remember and like maybe you ordered something and it got delayed and it's a big deal because you didn't order it until the last minute because you spent so much time stressing out about the right gift to give. So we should have plenty of time to get gifts before Christmas at this point. If you're listening to this around the time it's been released. And I would say if you find yourself like just pay attention. If you find yourself feeling anxious or stressed about gift giving, start asking yourself, why do I feel stressed? What am I
yeah.
afraid of? Am I afraid of what the person's going to think about me? Am I afraid of not doing good enough? Am I afraid of offending them? And then just like be a little rational with yourself. Realize that maybe the part of your brain that is not the rational part of your brain is taking over. And so you
Yeah.
need to get back in the driver's seat. And then also remember that the people who love you regardless of whether you're a great gift giver or not. They don't love you because you're a great gift giver. You probably don't love the people in your life that you love because they're great gift givers. And so it's okay. But you just like being thoughtful means a lot. So focus on don't rob yourself of the joy of gift giving during the holiday season. Really get to enjoy the joy of getting to buy a gift for somebody, share a gift with somebody, whatever that means, even if it means not spending money, but giving somebody the gift of whatever it is going to bring a smile to their face, bring a smile to your face. It just doesn't have to be so stressful.
Yeah, and just a reminder that a gift is only a symbol of the relationship. It's
It's
not
not the
the measure
relationship.
of it. Like
Oh,
it
that's
is
such a good statement.
so
Who's the
go
wizard now,
out
Chris?
me. So go out, give love and warmth in the gifts that you procure for those who you love and that you want to remember. And push that worry aside. And it can't say that, we are perfect or that we don't get it wrong sometimes, but, when you notice and when you pick up that you are in that space of, maybe not in the space of I'm doing this for them because I'm thinking of them, because I love them, because I value them, then press pause, reset, and then go looking for that gift.
Yes. So happy holidays. And if you're wondering what gift you can give to us, there are a couple specific free gifts you can give us this holiday season. One, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, wherever you're listening to us, please hit subscribe because it really does help us. If you have not dropped a comment in, but you do enjoy listening to us and you enjoy what we're talking about, please comment. Please, we want to hear from you. So drop us a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us add in your favorite anecdotes or ideas or suggestions. Wherever it is that you're listening to us, we do look for those and respond to them. So we would absolutely love to hear from you. If the social platforms or the podcast platforms that you're listening to us on are not places that you're set up to comment or like or subscribe, then send us an email at chrisjeninthemorning@gmail.com. Text us at 940-278-8129.
Yeah,
Or
we
follow
want to.
us on social.
We're on all the socials: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Reddit. Is Reddit social? I don't know. I feel like we've gone down the spiral before, but we're
We
there too.
definitely have. Or check out our website,
Yes.
chrisandjenitm.com. We made it just for you, and you can send us a message. You can subscribe for a newsletter. You can find all of the places to follow us. You can check out some pictures of us through the years, all kinds of fun stuff on there.
Yeah, there's even a merch store if you're interested in gifting some Chris and Jen in the Morning merch.
Speaking of great gifts, there's a gratitude journal we made that we think is a wonderful way to start practicing gratitude throughout the year. We've got some amazing ball caps, one of my favorite ball caps, actually, that I wear all the time. We have some really fun t-shirts that we've designed. And if there's something that is not on the merch store that you want, let us know and we just might make it for you.
Yeah, you never know. So reach out to us. I especially want to hear if others feel the same way that Jen does about the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. I am absolutely shook about that revelation that came out during the episode.
My gift to you this year will not be changing my mind on that.
Well, look, Cindy Lou Who is the villain in the Grinch story. We all know this. So
I'm Cindy Lou Who. It's probably why I hate that version of the story.
Well, nonetheless, we wish everybody a very happy holiday season. We will be back, of course, with more episodes. And until next time, be kind to yourself and one another and make it a great week.
Bye, y'all.